Morning to my dear students. Welcome back to Atma Green School, Jai Swami Narayan. Today I start with class 9, book Civics, lesson 5th, that is working of institutions, and it is a continuation of my previous class. So it is on page number 88, that is powers of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the head of the government and actually exercises all the government powers. It is the most important political institution in the country. As you all know, the President appoints the leader of the majority party or the coalition of parties that commands a majority in the Lok Sabha as a Prime Minister. In case no single party gets a majority, the President appoints the person who would secure a majority support. The Prime Minister does not have a fixed tenure. मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था कि Prime Minister का कोई fixed tenure नहीं, it's up to the Lok Sabha, that is people जो उनको elect करते हैं. That is, the President appoints a person who could secure a majority support. The Prime Minister does not have a fixed tenure. He continues in power as long as he remains the leader of the majority party or the coalition party. अगर पीपल को लग रहा है, लोकसभा को लग रहा है कि नो कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है, सो नॉट ओनली द प्राइम मिनिस्टर बल्कि उन्होंने जो काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स इलेक्ट किए वो भी सब निकाले जाते हैं. देन कम्स द पावर ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. द प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैज वाइड रेंजिंग पावर्स. द फर्स्ट, the Prime Minister is free to choose ministers as long as they are the members of Parliament. He chairs and takes most of the decisions in the cabinet meetings. He coordinates the work of different departments and his decisions are final in case of disagreements arise between departments. Okay, I repeat, the Prime Minister is free to choose the ministers, that is जो cabinet ministers वगैरह है, it is all elected by the Prime Ministers as long as they are the members of Parliament. He chairs and takes most of the decisions in the cabinet meetings. He coordinates the work of different departments and his decisions are final in case of disagreements arise between departments. अगर कोई भी डिसीजन लिया जाता है, अगर प्राइम मिनिस्टर को लगे कि किसी ना किसी का अनअप्रूवल है, ओके, सो फाइनल डिसीजन तो इट इज टेकन बाय द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. ही एक्सरसाइजेस जनरल सुपरविजन ऑफ डिफरेंट मिनिस्टर्स. सभी मिनिस्टर्स का काम अच्छी तरह से हो रहा है कि नहीं, ही टेक्स केयर ऑफ दैट एंड ऑल मिनिस्टर्स वर्क अंडर हिज लीडरशिप. ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूट्स or further also he redistributes work to the ministers. He also has the power to dismiss the ministers. अगर उन्हें लग रहा है कि पर्टिकुलर मिनिस्टर का काम परफेक्ट नहीं है या कुछ प्रॉब्लम अराइज हो रहा है या पीपल आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद दिस वर्क उसके डिसीजन से, सो ही हैज अ पावर टू डिसमिस द मिनिस्टर्स. क्योंकि he has the power to elect the ministers, he also has a power to dismiss the ministers. When the Prime Minister quits, the entire ministry quits. क्योंकि उन्होंने ही elect किए हैं. अगर Prime Minister quit करता है तो सारे ministers quit होने पड़ते हैं. Then comes the Council of Ministers. Council of Minister official name है for the body that includes all the ministers. It usually has 60 to 80 ministers of different ranks. और पता है काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स में क्या क्या है? cabinet ministers, ministers of state with independent charge, and third is ministers of state. We go to cabinet ministers. Cabinet ministers are those who are usually top level leaders of the ruling party or parties who are in charge of the major ministers. Cabinet is the inner ring of the Council of Ministers and it comprises of 25 ministers. Then ministers of state with independent charge, who are usually in charge of smaller ministries. They participate in the cabinet meetings only when specially invited. Then ministers of state, who are attached to and required to assist cabinet ministers. Okay. Then appointment of Council of Ministers. After the appointment of the Prime Minister के बाद the President appoints the Council of Ministers on the मतलब प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने चूज कर लिए है कि कौन से मिनिस्टर्स होंगे, लायबल, अच्छे समझदार, वाइज, जो उनके साथ मिलकर इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को अच्छी तरह से चला सके. जब वो इलेक्ट हो जाते हैं उसके बाद प्रेसिडेंट अपॉइंट्स द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स ऑन द एडवाइस ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स आर यूजुअली फ्रॉम द पार्टी और कोएलिशन दैट हैज मेजॉरिटी इन लोकसभा. समटाइम्स a person who is not a member of parliament can also become a minister. जरूरी नहीं है कि पार्लियामेंट का मेंबर होना चाहिए. However, such a person has to get elected to one of the houses of parliament within 6 months of his appointment. Then, cabinet form of government. That is, in most of the countries, the parliamentary democracy is often known as cabinet form of government. This is because it is not possible for all ministers to meet regularly and discuss everything. That is, in most of the countries, the parliamentary democracy is often known as cabinet form of government. This is because it is not possible for all ministers to meet regularly and discuss everything. So the decisions are taken in cabinet meetings. In this form, no minister can openly criticize any decision of the government, even if it is about another ministry or department. Every minister has secretaries who are civil servants. The secretaries provide the necessary background information to the ministers to take decisions. The cabinet as a team is assisted by the Cabinet Secretariat. This includes many senior civil servants who try to coordinate the working of different ministries. Then comes the president. Okay, that is common here. The president is the head of the state. In our political system, the head of the state exercises only nominal powers. The president supervises the overall functioning of all the political institutions in the country so that they operate in harmony to achieve the objectives of the state. Then the President of India is elected directly or indirectly by an electoral college in accordance with the system of proportional representation by the means of the single transferable vote. The electoral college consists of the elected members of House of Parliament, that is MPs elect करते हैं. मतलब the electoral college consists of MPs, MLAs, then MLAs of Union Territories of Delhi and Puducherry, A candidate standing for president's post has to get a majority of votes to win the election. This ensures that the president can be seen to represent the entire nation. The president can never claim the kind of direct popular mandate like the prime minister, because the prime minister is directly elected through popular election. This ensures that president remains only a nominal executive. Okay, that was key appointment of the president. Electoral college say electorate, that is MPs, MLAs and MLAs of the union territories. Then president बनने के बाद क्या क्या powers वो enjoy करते हैं. All governmental activities takes place in the name of president. All laws and major policy decisions of the government are issued in president's name. All major appointments are made in the name of president. These include the appointment of the Chief Justice of India, the judges of the Supreme Court, high courts of the states, governors of the states, the election commissionaries, ambassadors to other countries. All international treaties and agreements are made in the name of the president. The president is the supreme commander of the defense forces of India. The president has emergency powers, that is, it has a power to deal with an unexpected and critical situation, power to declare emergency or president's rule and issuing an ordinance. Okay, that is these are all the powers. That is, all government activities takes place in the name of president. All laws and major policy decisions of the government are issued. फिर appointments, यानी appointment of Chief Justice of India, Justice of Supreme Court, high courts of the states, governors of the election commission, ambassadors, मतलब इतनी ज़्यादा power है. In fact, प्राइम मिनिस्टर से भी ज़्यादा पावर प्रेसिडेंट की है और इनकी पे उनसे ज़्यादा है. दो पोस्ट में वो उनसे ऊपर है. प्राइम मिनिस्टर द टॉपेस्ट, मतलब वो उसके बाद कुछ नहीं, हमारे इंडिया गवर्नमेंट फिनिश्ड, दैट इज एंड प्राइम मिनिस्टर. लेकिन फिर भी प्रेसिडेंट हैज मोर पावर्स बिकॉज इट डील्स विद राज्यसभा. और ये जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर है या काउंसिल मिनिस्टर्स, इट इज लोकसभा. वी पीपल इलेक्ट देम. What is president's rule? क्या होता है? If the president gets a report from the governor or any other source that the government of the state cannot be carried on in accordance with the constitution, he can impose president's rule. Government becomes unitary in nature. Ordinance. What is ordinance? A direction issued by the president when parliament is not in session. It has a force of law for 6 months. Then क्या limitations हैं on the power of president? The president exercises all the powers only on the advice of the council of ministers. The president can ask the council of ministers. President can ask the council of ministers to reconsider its advice. If the same advice is given again, he or she is bound to act according to it. A bill passed by the parliament becomes a law only after the president gives approval to it. If the president wants, he or she can delay this for some time and send the bill back to the parliament for reconsideration. If the parliament passes the bill again, he or she has to sign it. That is the president's system. In many countries of the world, the president is both the head of the state and the head of the government. The president of America, United States, is well-known example of this kind of president. Matlab is both the head of the state. The US president is directly elected by the people. He personally chooses and appoints all ministers. The law making is done by the legislature, but the president can vote any law. The president does not need the support of the majority of the members in the Congress, and neither he or she is answerable to them. He has a fixed tenure of 4 years and completes it even if his party does not have a majority in the Congress. This model is followed in most of the countries of Latin America and many other ex-Soviet Union countries. This system of government is called the presidential form of government. इतना पावर्स है, इसी को कहते हैं presidential system. Then comes the judiciary. Judiciary, you all know, वो एक सेपरेट इंस्टीट्यूशन है, वर्क करती है जो हमारे इंडिया के लिए. ओके, इट डजंट हैव एनी पॉलिटिक्स. इसमें इट इज अवे फ्रॉम एग्जीक्यूटिव एंड लेजिस्लेटिव. इसमें इवन प्राइम मिनिस्टर, प्रेसिडेंट डज नॉट इंटरफियर. ओके, इट इज अवे फ्रॉम ऑल दिस. इसमें क्योंकि ये लॉ है, न्याय है. ओके, लोगों को इस पे विश्वास है. सो इट इज जुडिशरी. See, Electoral College is a specially constituted elected body to elect the President and Vice President of India. And subordinate courts, the courts which function under the supervision and orders of the High Court. Unified judiciary. India has a single judicial system for the entire country, connected by a number of courts with the Supreme Court at the apex of the entire judicial system. Then unified judiciary. India has a single judicial system for the entire country. ये जो judiciary है, ये मतलब India has a single judicial system for the entire country, connected by a number of courts with Supreme Court at the apex, यानी top high of the entire judicial system. Okay students, so up till ये जुडिशरी हमारा बाकी है, that I will continue in my next class. और इसके साथ ही मैं exercises solve करूँगी, question answers and a few MCQs and all that I will do with you, I will share with you, I will discuss with you. So up till now we had studied कि in a democracy the rulers have to work with and within the institution, and in this process they come across three institutions: legislature, executive and judiciary. They play a key role in major decisions. A major policy decision is taken through a government order. An order issued by government is called an office memorandum. The major decision involves some major functionaries of our country. They include President, Prime Minister and Parliament. Parliament is a set of people who are regularly elected by the people directly or indirectly. The upper house or Rajya Sabha is indirectly elected and performs special functions. The lower house or Lok Sabha is directly elected by the people and exercises the real power on behalf of the people. The Constitution of India gives some special powers to Rajya Sabha, but the Lok Sabha exercises supreme power on most matters. दो राज्य सभा लोक सभा से हाई है, लेकिन कुछ जगह में राज्य सभा हैज दैट यूनिक पावर. कई मैटर्स में यूनिक पावर है. क्यों होगा? क्योंकि उन्होंने प्राइम मिनिस्टर को इलेक्ट किया, तो उनके पास भी तो पावर होगा. Then the executive takes day-to-day decisions but do not exercise supreme power on behalf of the people. There are two categories of executive: permanent executive and political executive. The political executive is more powerful than the permanent executive. The Prime Minister is the head of the government and actually exercises all the government powers. The Council of Ministers is the official name for the body that includes cabinet ministers, ministers of state with independent charge and ministers of state. ये important है बहुत. तीन. That is cabinet ministers, ministers of state with independent charge and ministers of state. Then the president is the head of the state and exercises only nominal powers. The president is indirectly elected by an electoral college in accordance with the system of proportional representation. Okay students, so up till now यहाँ तक हमने पढ़ा है. In my next class I will continue from judiciary. Okay, so in my next class I will continue with this judiciary. So with this I wrap up my class here, and please जहाँ तक मैंने आपको पढ़ाया है please उसकी reading करो. Again and again you read it. You have any doubt I can clear in my next class, and again in my next class will be the continuation of this lesson. Okay, so with this I wrap up my class here. Thank you to all. Take care.